We're now moving on to the third and final part. This is our mind. And we connect here with our third eye, the ajna. It's the place of wisdom. So I want you to briefly close your eyes. We're going to get into this third eye space. Just like we breathe through our yonis and our heart, we are now going to be breathing through our third eye. So if it feels right for you, put one hand at the back of your head and one hand, a couple of fingers perhaps, just above the gap between your eyebrows, just above there. So find your eyebrows and go up about half an inch. You can have a look before you close your eyes if you're not sure where we're going. And if it feels right for you, you can massage that little spot or just hold your fingers there. And when you're ready, you can imagine that that is an eye. It's an opening into the inside of your mind. And you're going to breathe in deeply through that space. So when you're ready, deep breath in. And hold that energy, that light, right there in the middle of your mind's eye, your ajna. And when you're ready, exhale and let all that energy, anything that's stagnant, come out through that space. Exit that space. You no longer need it. And rest your hands down when you feel ready. Have a little wiggle in your chair if you want to. So the mind's eye, the third eye. I'm sure you've all heard of that. Energetically, we're talking about mind power. Your mental and reasoning ability. This is the processor of information, as I was mentioning, okay? It's the energy center of wisdom. Why is it the energy center of wisdom? Because it is free from judgment. No judgment. Can you just imagine that concept for a second? You're not judging what someone's wearing, what's been going on, the drama in your life. Wisdom here, when this is awakened, when this is empowered, is judgment free. Emotionally, we give our power, our creative Shakti juices where we focus. Unconsciously and subconsciously, like down here, that trauma that's down here, that's your unconscious and subconscious. But also consciously. So all the more reason to be conscious and awake on all levels. Energetic, emotional and physical. So we can choose where our power, our thoughts and our emotions are going. This is the key difference between being a puppet who's controlled by other people who've got their hooks in you or their plugs in you, and detaching from all of that. Detaching being the word, non-judgment, detachment, the key words up here. Allowing yourself to be that divinely empowered woman. Detachment. I want you to imagine your life right now is a painting. Okay? And here's you. And here's this person that caused you trauma, that broke your heart, that destroyed some part of you, or perhaps it's someone right now who's just driving you absolutely nuts and you really wish they didn't exist. Can we all relate to this scenario in some capacity? Yes, okay. We're cheering hard tonight. Thank you. So here's you, here's this person. My challenge is for you, like Mary Poppins jumped into the picture, yeah? I want you to step out of the picture. And look at this scenario. Look how you are reacting, perhaps instead of responding, how you're reacting to this person, how you are essentially giving them your power because you're getting hurt and offended. And it's painful and it's infuriating you. And they're just going off their face, or they're thinking they're all high and mighty, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. The point is, look how you are reacting. When you can detach from that and go, am I really going to let this continue? Do I really need to react like this instead of respond from a place of wisdom, of non-judgment, of detachment? Give yourself some perspective. I urge you to take that challenge next time you are in this situation to go, what, okay, see how that plays out for you. I'm doing this not to be emotionally detached and say we're being cold. It's not emotional detachment in that sense. It's detachment with consciousness. What I'm trying to show you is that one person cannot control your life. If you have a challenging boss or a girlfriend or a partner or whatever it is, someone who just cut in front of you, you know, in the shopping queue, little things, big things, and it's all down here, don't worry about that. Reassess. One person cannot control your life outside of you. One person can control your life inside of you. That is it. That's the choice. Puppet, divinely empowered woman. Tough call. As much as we love the Muppets, please. And this is part of the path to becoming a conscious and divinely empowered, truly awakened woman. Not living in a matrix of the drama that is my life, Bold and the Beautiful, Home and Away, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, what's cool now? Jersey Shore? I don't know. Inform me. We've got nothing. No one watches television here. We're all reading intellectual stimulating books. That's right. Well done. But I reckon there's times where you have drama in your life and you just get sucked into this vortex of my life being so hard and so complicated, and why me? And it's not just half a day of this, it's like a week of this or a month of this or... Yeah? Anyone? Okay. I have had that. I'm human. But I don't choose that now. And you'll find when you no longer choose that, there'll be certain people that you don't want to associate with anymore, perhaps. And you may want to change your job, perhaps. And you may decide it's time that I took a holiday. Or a simple little exercise you can do tonight. Turn off social media. Go phone free for a day. No emails for a day. Sundays don't count. They technically should be email free anyway. I know there's some culprits in here because I've done that occasionally myself too. A couple of ideas. Once again, to bring back the power. To detach from giving your power away. Unplug. Literally. Unplug. Disconnect. And practice connecting with yourself instead. Still your mind. Tune into you. Meditate. Take a yoga class. Connect with nature. Heard of that? Mother Nature? Go barefoot in the park. Go walk near water. You can do these things. We don't live in minus 40 degree weather, ever. And switch off the TV and turn yourself on. In whatever capacity floats your boat. And keep an open mind. Keep an open mind and be aware of when you shut down. Do you shut down when someone says something rude or an insult? Or do you shut down when maybe you weren't perfect in a situation and you knew better and you could have done better? And I was like, Be aware of those moments. And if you can, I challenge you to consciously be aware of when it's happening and choose to stay open. Choose to keep your heart open when someone is saying something that hurts your feelings because you're not connected to the drama. Come from here. Non-judgment. I'm divinely empowered. You've got the issue, puppet. Don't become puppets together. It's not Punch and Judy. Keep attention on the present moment with gratitude and breath. I say gratitude because every single situation and circumstance in your life is a blessing, is a gift. And I know that because of what happened after I got told my yoni could be fixed, after I could have had parts of my breasts chopped off. All different circumstances led to me coming back to my divinely empowered path. I wasn't meant to full-time be walking the runways of Paris, because if I was, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be able to share this with you. You wouldn't be able to go home and call your friend and go, oh, you'll never guess what I learned tonight. Just put your two fingers up, I'm going to explain. We're here to help each other. And that's what I'm meant to be doing. If I was closed off still in these areas, perhaps I'd be on a very different path, but that wasn't my destiny. And breath, as I mentioned. Breath to cleanse and come from the heart. So powerful. So powerful. So just to come full circle what I mentioned about the harmony of masculine and feminine when I was writing this talk, to come to my experience with opening this little baby up a little bit more. There are many things you can do to tap into this wisdom. Breath work, meditation, yoga, mindfulness, and there's one little experience that I had called an Ajna light. And this light stimulated this part of my mind inside, in my pineal gland, which obviously releases beautiful, fabulous little endorphins, as some of you may know. So I was in this state, had this little light going on here, laying down all chilled out, relaxed, doing my meditation, breathing. And this vision came to me, and the vision was my father. And he said to me, he's alive for the record, but it was his soul. And he said to me, I'm sorry. And because I was in this heightened aware state, I'd open this up, and now I was really focusing on doing a lot of personal work to open this up so I could be here and talk to you about it. I realised that he wasn't saying sorry for anything he'd done to me. This was bigger than that. He was apologising on behalf of the masculine, on everything that's ever happened to women. Everything that I mentioned before to you, the neglect, the disregard, the mutilation, the abuse, everything throughout the ages, throughout the years. And I realised that while I was working on this balance myself, when I was awakening my divinely empowered woman self and really rising that up, this divinely empowered masculine self was still kind of coming from a slightly ego and overdriven perspective. And that comment of I'm sorry, and the feeling that awoke in me, emotionally, energetically, physically, allowed this harmony to take place. And I realised, I felt how important it is for us as women and as humanity, I'm talking to men as well, they just don't happen to be here except for the beautiful cameraman, that we need to find this within ourselves and focus on this within ourselves and really come to that balanced equilibrium of our inner masculine and our inner feminine. We have to marry those two. If I didn't marry those two just for this talk, I'd be up here with PowerPoint and part reading notes and then part trying to talk. To have flow, to have that beautiful creative energy, we need to awaken our divine feminine. And to have that unwavering strength to push through, we need that masculine. We need both elements inside ourselves to be divinely empowered and divinely awakened, for us to be our most harmonious versions of empowered women. And in doing that, it brings us closer to oneness. Oneness as a humanity, oneness with the divine Mother Earth. The more wisdom we have, the more empowered we can be. And wisdom comes from reconnecting and reawakening from within yourself. Aho. Once you've cleared the space of the trauma and the toxins, and you've made it safe, because that's so important for us, we need to feel safe. It's not weakness. It's not weakness. Don't mix the two. Once we are safe and secure, you can open up. And you can open up and create and live authentically on your path, trusting that you are doing what you're meant to be doing, that you're not off here living someone else's dream, that you are here as your own divinely empowered self, honouring yourself, honouring your mission, living your life's purpose with passion, ideally, and this innate knowing that it feels right. On an energetic level, it's just, there's something clicked. And you can see what's happening by not passing judgment. Realise that the drama is not what you want. Drama is nowhere near as enticing and as powerful, as empowering as light and love. We know this. Moths drawn to the flame. A divinely empowered woman, in connection with her yoni, heart and mind, commands her personal space. She only chooses to live how she chooses to live, and to invite those things into her life, into her universe, into her world, that are for her highest benefit and service. She has cleared past traumas. She has forgiven, found the gifts of love through love. She's able to look at her own shadow self, that bit outside, remember? Watching the drama unfold, viewing the painting, or perhaps for you it's a movie, it's a blockbuster that's famous. We're all heroines of our own blockbuster, I reckon. And you're seeing this as a spectator, not being swept up in the emotion. You're not this version, you are this version. And divinely empowered woman has learnt the lessons and challenges along the way, and they will keep coming. We're here in the school of life. We didn't just incarnate to have a good time. You've got work to do, ladies. She knows how to create from her most divinely empowered self. This path, this journey, is right here and open for each of you. If you are open, if you are willing, and if you're committed. Committed to honour yourself. If you right now are committed to honour yourself, you can start embarking on the journey of a divinely empowered woman. Anyone here stepping up for commitment tonight? I love this. Be brave. Yes, thank you. So, in wrapping things up, I just want to let you know that I'm in Perth for the next 2 weeks before I go to Bali and then work in Melbourne for a while. And I've made some special spots in my calendar just for you ladies, if this calls to you, if you would like to work together and do some yoni excavation and do a guided chakra regression as I've termed it. And likewise, if it calls to you that you want to work with me on another level, if you want to coach with me, whatever feels right, I'm here. Connect. There's forms at the front, you can fill them in. There is an application to coach, and there's an application, this isn't a job interview, it's an application because I work with women who are ready to dive deep, because this is a huge commitment. It's a soul-shaking, life-changing awakening. That's the journey of coaching with me. And if that calls to you, then I'd love to hear from you. So right now, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time to be here, because your time is valuable, and I honour that. And it's meant a lot to have you here tonight, to listen, to share the space, to do the exercises. So thank you. And please thank yourselves, because you've given yourself a gift tonight. I also want to thank Linda from the Pure Press. Hand up! This amazing woman created the milk that you enjoyed tonight. And Natalie Bennett from Natalie Bennett Foods did the beautiful, gorgeous, yummy, divine bliss balls. I also want to thank Desiree for the lovely formalities and helping check everyone. You've been an absolute gem left-hand woman. The vagina that I entered the world through. And the caramel. Thank you, Nick, for filming this.